Hi Sagittarius, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Sagittarius, this is your love reading starting today on the 3rd of April. And just for the very near future is what I asked for. I haven't put an end date to it. So whenever you find this message, if you feel like it resonates with you, it's very much in alignment with where you're at right now. So, but what I will do is I incorporate now the numbers into the reading. I just love numbers, and every number carries a unique frequency, and so it's not particularly like for today the number 3 that I'm after. I'm after the foundation or vibration or frequency of that particular number. So the number 3 today is all about creativity, it's all about passion, joy, fun, all of that. So it's really good to incorporate in your love story. So let's see, Sagittarius, what specifically is going on for you guys. And if you don't like the shuffling, please move forward. I do incorporate the shuffle into the reading as well. Like however the shuffle feels. If it feels like that was quick, or it takes really long, or it's a bit like the first card out. Ooh! 3 cards out at the very same time and really fast. So incorporating that means, well, I'm starting to change because I felt the order of the numbers, but I shouldn't do that because that's how they came out. So there's something about, it really didn't take all that much time at all, and just all came out at once. So there's something to say about that. There's an ending to the delays right now. Like there's no more delay, there's no more hold up, there's no more pause or like even reflection, I feel. So you're moving, yeah, I was not going to say moving on, but let's just say that because that's what came. You're moving on, so some of you guys could be moving on from a relationship, but you're moving forward is what I feel. So the first card out is number 9. It's 9 of Michael, and on the bottom it says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay? 9 is all about endings. We're ending something, and this means, because it's a general reading, it can mean several things. It can mean that really it is an ending of something. It could be an ending of a relationship, but it can also be an ending to your single days. Like it doesn't have to be, it's like an ending to what you want to see end, if that makes sense. So however this, because I feel like this is you, and you're dealing with a bit back and forth emotions here. I feel like you're a bit back and forth when it comes to thinking about, reminiscing about, being nostalgic about what happened in the past, contra being like going to the future, thinking about the future, envisioning the future. And I get that something that you've lived, something that you have as facit, as I would say in Swedish, but like as validation, reality, as a memory, like something that is really obvious because it feels like it really happened. It did happen. It's easier to think about the thing. It's easier to think about a cake that is already baked than thinking about a cake that you want to bake, if that makes sense. So if the cake is right in front of you and it's already baked, it's easier to think about that cake that is already baked because it's right in your face, it's right there. And somebody would say, yeah, obviously, of course, yes, but it doesn't really matter, because you need to start to think about what is not there. If the cake that you haven't baked, I hope this analogy works for you. If the cake that you have baked is really to your liking, oh, you love this cake, it came out perfect with the perfect color, the perfect taste, the perfect everything, then by all means continue to focus on that cake. But what I feel here is that the cake that you've baked, that is real, that you got to experience, but it's still like somewhat there, it's still somewhat in your face. even though you baked it, but it's not to your liking, you don't want it, or you're full, it was fine as long as it was fine. But strawberries or ice cream or whatever you have, even though it tastes good and it tastes really lovely, at some point you're gonna get full. And that's what I feel like you might feel that you're full and you want to move on, or you want to let go of something. And in order to do so, I feel like there's a conflict within you. Every once in a while you go back to think about what it was or how it was, and then we want to move forward again. So here's the Phoenix rising on the wall. This card has come out quite a few times over this course of the love stories, and so I do feel like for the collective, there's a lot about right now to let go of what doesn't work, and sort of be in the midst of destruction, in the midst of change, transformation, and still choose something else. Still rather choose, because this is an owl, and this owl is just really flying, flailing about, sort of trying to get your attention. And you've grown so wise, there's so much wisdom, and there's so much like fun things to think about that hasn't manifested yet. Then the things that you have lived that has already happened, that was a bit tough, I feel, but you've moved on from it. There is a moving on. There's an ending happening right here. And so you're being asked to sort of try to stabilize your energy. And in stabilizing, you can't just think about your Phoenix rising situation, like your whatever has happened in the past. You need to put your thoughts on we're moving it off, and you just can't. It's like you can't just stop smoking, or you can't just stop drinking, or stop. I take those tougher ones. Not that I've tried to do either or, because I've never done any of it, but like something that you would consider to be really tough, you just can't quit. Because if you're quitting, it doesn't work that way. So you have to put your focus on to something else. And that needs to be your main focus in order for you to work up a new vibration. And that's what I feel like you're either already trying to do that, trying to see the silver lining in things, trying to see what you created for yourself because of the stuff that you've been through, if that makes sense. And it's Michael, so it's like it is action, it is happening. It's like, let's do this, let's switch into this new place rather than reminisce of what you came from. Okay, and then we move into Three of Ariel, and the Three of Ariel is all about the love. Ariel is my love angel, and on the bottom it says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. But since this is your love story and it's my love card, and it's the 3, so we're enhancing the number 3 here now with today's date, the number 3, with this number 3. So you might have seen a lot of 3, like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, like just an alignment, or in like just a lot of 3s everywhere. It is telling you to be more creative, to have more fun, to incorporate more joy, in order for you to now choose a new path, a different route, something that will bring more joy into your everyday life, I feel. So if you're single and you are coming out of your single days, in order to do so, in order to really seek out your person, because I believe that people are here, you just want inspiration and upliftment, obviously, but I feel for some of you guys, you really want to find out, like, how the heck do I meet my person? It feels like some of you guys are starting to get really frustrated, and that's why the number 3 is here, to sort of tell you, you need to be creative about this. You need to be more, not more passionate, because I don't think that you can get more passionate, but the passion has turned into frustration rather than passion. And so when you're frustrated like that, it's still good, like juicy energy. You're not apathic? No, apathic. What do you say in English? Like you're not you're not just completely not care. You have wanting to meet this person and to really move forward with it. And in this card is like there's so many. The wheel is there, like the wheel of fortune is there. So it is talking about movement forward. It is talking about how something is about to shift for the better, how we have like success coming your way, and success due to love, your love story, okay? And that you're choosing new things. You're choosing to look at it from a different standpoint, from a different perspective than before. And so if you're single, it is almost like to not think about the love at all, but to rather just be playful, be creative, have fun, be joyful. And that's sort of like, if you can't find that when you think about your love situation right now, I'd move away from it altogether. For a while, I'd move away from it altogether, like to think about completely different things. And it's like, well, then when am I going to see my person? They're going to come in because you're not holding them out, if that makes sense. Like if you continue to be on the path where, how should I say this? If you continue to be on the path where you feel like your partner is not here and you're just explaining, you're just feeling, well, and this almost represents the feeling of being lonely, like you're all alone here in this beautiful big bed. You're like waiting for somebody to share this bed with you. And you're more focused. You might not like walk around thinking about it every hour of every day. And you might not talk to everybody about it, but your main vibration is just still focused on the fact that you're single. Then that is like a hold up for your person to enter your energy. And so then you're being asked to try at least to go elsewhere, think about something completely different, leave the subject altogether for a while, and just think about something fun, something creative, something that you're really passionate about. Because once you get that energy going, it's like it's fitting for the energy of love to then reach into your energy system, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. This is also if you've been trying to get away from something, end a relationship or end a cycle of something in terms of relationships, and you want to move on. It can be also be that you actually have, like you're single, but you still have this person on your mind, like constantly. Like you cannot for the life of you let them go or stop thinking about them. It's like they're constantly there. Then, you can try all you want. There's so many, like, you can cut the cords and you can send them off and send them into the light, and it doesn't really change anything. But if you switch your focus, which means take your focus off of them altogether and put it as much as you can, as many times in your day, on something completely different, and you will start to see a shift. Okay, we have the wheel there, so there is movement forward. And when I started out, like when I started the reading, what I felt when I was shuffling was that it wasn't too long until all of it came out. Like it isn't too long now until this situation is completely changed or has completely transformed. So then we move on to the Knight of Raphael. Raphael for me is all about healing, how he has healed whatever you were going through, whatever you need to let go of, whatever you feel like you're in need of forgiving or need. Sometimes you feel maybe that you need to have forgiveness from somebody else for you to move on, or for you to understand that they've understood how maybe they've hurt you, or maybe, when it's troublesome like that, you feel like you have the urge and need to get forgiveness from somebody else. And to just all together let that go. If that apology just never comes, you're going to hold yourself up in a vibration that doesn't allow for the new love to come in, because you're hung up on the past. Just let it go as much as you can. Let it go. I feel like I should read on the bottom first. I can't talk. Committed romantic relationships. Guys, committed romantic relationships. Being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So, Did I not tell you that all of a sudden, like I said, this feels like it has been a while that you've been single. It has been a while that you maybe have tried to get out of relationships that you were not supposed to be in, or just tried to get out of the habit of thinking about somebody or including somebody in your energy system, which is almost the same. It sort of doesn't really matter if they're there physically or not. If they're there emotionally and if they're there energetically, there's still this hold up or focus on this energy that doesn't allow for the new energy to come in. But then we move forward into this. You can look at love in a different way and you will move forward, but you can take your eyes off of that love altogether and put it on other objects, other things to focus on that will lighten your load. It will lighten your heart. And in comes this person. And like I said, with the shuffling, it didn't take too long. And then all of a sudden, everything has changed. I feel like this is your person. Your person that is coming in, because the words of this Knight of Raphael is romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. And whether that is true or not for all of you, only time could tell. But I feel like this is not you. I feel like this is your person coming in. And don't ask, the program reverses the cards. Then it would look like that. But the program in the computer that I'm using is reversing the images on the cards. And I'm keeping it in. I know I just changed it, but I'm keeping it in for now, just for so many different reasons. So all of a sudden this person comes in. All of a sudden, and I think you have a hard time to believe this. I think you have a hard time to trust this. And this is the work now. Sagittarius, this is the work now. When I do these readings, whether it's like general reading every other week or whether it's a love story every other week, what I feel is underneath it all. Like I could do an every week thing where we just focus on your spiritual awakening, your spiritual path, your personal growth path, if that makes sense, your personal evolution. Because I feel like always that is underneath what's going on. It looks like it's this situation that we're dealing with, but in the bigger picture, it's your growth into the new place. It's your expansion, meaning every time you have a thought, every time you have a wish, your whole energy system is expanding, right? And how aware of yourself are you, and the vibration that you carry? How aware of yourself are you, and the vibration you carry? Like whatever you emanate from yourself, so therefore you attract to yourself. How aware are you? How much emphasis do you put on others? How much do you think that it's other people's fault? And as I said that, I just have to say, I just had it's not an orb really. It's more like an energy shift that I see from my physical eyes that is sort of just swooping by. So this is really significant for you guys. You might even see these little glitter thingies yourself. What I'm trying to say here, it looks like it's your love story. It looks like it's a person that you're dealing with. It looks like it's certain situations that you're dealing with. But when it comes down to it, it's always a way for you to expand your awareness, expand your consciousness, and being single and really wanting this relationship, how you expand your awareness or expand your consciousness and expand your energy field, energy is you wanting something And then practice it enough so that you understand that it's you who brings it in. It's your doing that is bringing in the thing that you want. And in this particular case, the person that you want. And for you to then understand, okay, what did I need to shift within myself in order to get this person? And it's not, I keep telling this, is that to you, Sagittarius, or is that to somebody else? I can't really remember. But it's something about, yes, you can attract a person as quickly as today, but you don't just want to attract a person. It's just like you don't want to just, if you're looking for a new house, or if you want to look for a new car, or any other thing, painting, drapes, carpets, food, whatever it is, you understand what it is that you like and what you don't like. And if you're not particularly like 100% sure, you want to test drive it first. You want to go have a little look-see at your new house that you're going to stay at. You're just not, just bring me whatever house. I'll send over the money. Like, it's not working that way. You want to see what is this satisfactory to me? Like, is this what I want? And you're not just taking the first best house that you can find, or you're not even with food or even with anything, you're just not taking the first. You want to see that it fits, like just buying new shoes or whatever. Just bring me a pair of shoes. And it's like, oh, it would have been great if it was the right size for me. It would have been great if it was actually a bit more I don't know, camouflaged color, because running in the woods with white shoes in the wrong size, a bit tough. So I'm just trying to have you understand that, like, you just don't want the next best relationship. You want the next best relationship, but you just don't want any relationship. You want the relationship that you want, right? And so now you're practicing getting into your right vibration to fit this person. For some reason, or however I've sort of turned it around, I can only say it in the way that they're bringing healing, or they're bringing understanding that will bring healing for you. There's something, and you might sit there and say, I don't need healing, but there might be things in different, once you meet, once you're in this relationship, and if you feel like you've already just met them, you will find, and it doesn't matter if you dated somebody for 6 months or even a year, there's things that's going to come up that just doesn't all come up in the first day, or on your first date, or in your first ever, like, it's just over time things are going to come up, and it feels like they're helping you so much to heal your past, heal your insecurities, heal your wounds, heal you. And obviously it's not them that heals you, it's you that heal you, but you're using this person to heal, and they're really, really easy to use for healing. Like, they're so in your courtyard, can you say that? They're so to your favor. They're so on your side. It's really gorgeous. Okay. So what else? Excuse me. Just want to read that out again. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet. Situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So it's love is in the air. It feels like you're going to fall in love really, really soon. This is for the near future. Your life story, yes, maybe. Your love story for the very near future. See if there's more. Wow, a bit too many, I think. Let's see if this is extended, maybe, depending on how much time. Oh, wait, who else had these cards? These very cards. I can't remember now. No, I'm not going to remember it. But these very cards came out, I think, even next to each other like this. So we have number 1, which is a magician, and then we have number 16 and change your life. It is just telling, guys, where your head, where you came. It's like we started out, it is your love story, where it's like we started out telling where you came from and how you're now shifting. You're going back and forth with trying to get rid of what you don't want from your past, or that you don't want to be single anymore, and you want to move forward, and you want to meet this person. And how you can move into like looking more at the creative side of you, the creative side of life, passionate, joy, laughter, all of that. And here comes this committed romantic relationship. It is somebody that you really will enjoy your time with. And this is so telling of, this is just you, and it's so telling of your story. The magician with the number 1. The number 1, first and foremost, speaks about new beginnings, a fresh new start. The magician is all about like how you have full control, you have full power of what it is that you want. And how do you get what you want? Get in alignment with your own vibration. It's like we have the rainbow colors here, the rainbow, which for me is like every energy center in your body is sort of in alignment. So there's a practice to be made here to not to think about how it didn't work in the past, and not to think about how you're still single. That is an immediate contradiction to what it is that you're now wanting to achieve. How you achieve what you want is to get in alignment with yourself, and how you get there is to really pick more joyful, more fun things to do in your life. Just bring more joy into your life, and you're right there. You're so full in control, so full in your power. Or the magician could just never come out. The magician is such a powerful card. And it says on the bottom, you can manifest the life that you want. What you need will magically appear, successful beginnings. So it's like we're starting the story here where it was a bit slow going in the beginning, and it is a bit like back and forth with your past, but you more and more step into this future feeling, this dreaming about how you want it for the future rather than remembering how it was from the past. And people saying, no, I was just telling about how it was. That's not what I want. Well, that's just exactly what you're continue to attract right now by telling that story, not understanding how much power there is in telling a new version of yourself or a new reality of yourself, but rather just activate the old one. And here it's all about what you want. It's all about the magician part of you that can really manifest anything that you want. And then we have this gorgeous number 16. 16 for me is all about sudden shifts, sudden changes. And the card is called Change Your Life. But with the 16 there, it's usually, almost quite often, very usually, can you say that? That like it's an overnight thing. And like I said, it wasn't too long that I shuffled, and then all at once, like boom, they're there. Being swept off your feet. It just feels like somebody comes in and shifts everything for you. Change your life. It's going to change your life with this companion when this companion comes in with this partnership. On the bottom it says, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination, which is att skjuta upp saker, you would say in Swedish. Like stop doing that. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So you might be like invited to go somewhere. You might be looking into meeting somebody that's not living in the same city as you are, and you might just all of a sudden start to rule this out, to say this can't work because they're that and I'm this. To just really look into this, to this, and just understand that the universe has the power to deliver to you anything that you want. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to let go of something. Okay, I'm gonna like hold myself back for a while in order to put you first, or have to, you don't have to do anything of that. But you have to believe in the fact that the universe can deliver all for you. But I do feel like when your person is coming in, everything will shift for you. So you might even shift cities, you might shift occupation, you might shift your finances might shift, everything will change your life, is what it says. And it's sudden. It's going to be a sudden. And for you guys who've been single for what feels like forever, it's coming to an end. So I'm going to go into the extended and see what else we can find out about this relationship. It's really awesome. So if you feel like you resonate with this and come to the extended, if you feel like you resonate with this, you don't have to come to the extended. Come there if you want to. But if you resonated with this, the extended probably will resonate with you as well, is what I was going to say. And like I said, I've already, for some reason, these cards came out, so they are for the extended. If not, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back in a week for your general reading. Take care, guys. Bye.